Hey ladies, happy Wednesday. I am excited to be with you guys today and bring you a little live video. And we are currently getting snow, which is awesome for mid-April. We're ready for spring, but it just does not seem to be coming anytime soon. So today what I'm going to be talking about is your website. And this, it comes up for a lot of people when they're getting started in their business. Like, what do I put on my website? What do I all need? What should I talk about? What pages are important to have on there? Do I need a blog? Like all these different questions. So I want to talk about this because a lot of people get stuck on the website and end up never moving forward. Like, get to the website and maybe don't even go past that. Because they get so stuck on the website, they just stop there and can't figure out what to do. So, hey Lisa, are you enjoying the snow? Oh my gosh. Lisa gets to enjoy the snow with me. It's crazy. We're supposed to get another good couple inches today. So, but yeah, what I want to talk about today is what to put on your website, just so you know. No, yeah, same. I thought we were done. I was totally surprised by today's little snowstorm. I didn't even know about it until yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? So we get to enjoy that, but that's the Midwest for you. Of course, when I was in Colorado last year too, we got a snowstorm like mid-May, I think. So it was the weekend that I had ended up moving to. So no matter where you are, if you're anywhere where you get snow, sometimes you never know when you're going to get it, and it can be a lot later. Hey, Molly, you don't have to worry about snow at all, so we can all be jealous of Molly. That's in Florida. But glad you're here, Molly. So today what I'm going to be talking about is websites, and if you guys have any questions specifically about your website, let me know as I'm going. I know a lot of you guys have already dived into website, and I've helped a lot of you guys with yours. But Priscilla, hey, last frost date in Colorado is around Mother's Day. Yeah, I was just saying, I was out in Denver last May and we had gotten a big snowstorm like mid-May, so I'm not sure if you remember that. Molly, you get snow every 20 years. Yeah. If you had snow there, that would be pretty crazy. I'm sure it's happened, but that would be insane. So website. I'm going to talk about website. If you have questions as I'm going, let me know. But what I see happen with a lot of new coaches is they get stuck on website and do not move forward. So it stops them from taking any other steps because they feel like I have to get my website figured out before I do anything else. And really what ends up happening is you just waste a lot of time sitting there. A lot of times I like to say like an analysis paralysis. But people worry about like all the little details on their website. And the other thing is, website is a good thing, kind of an easy thing for us to use as a procrastination tactic, saying, I need to get it perfect before I can move forward with anything. So it's a sneaky way of hiding out and not moving forward with your business. Definitely pops up for a lot of people. And a lot of people too think you need like a big fancy website to get started, and you don't. Like, do not do that. I really, truly usually recommend starting with a website that you can do on your own. Because what's going to happen is as you get started with your coaching business, you're probably going to want to change your website as you go. And truly you don't even need to though, because as you will see, as I start talking about things, like your website isn't really that important in the whole scheme of things as far as being successful in your coaching business. So I just definitely recommend like not putting so much focus and attention on your website when you're getting started, because it's kind of a minor detail. And then when people get stuck on their website, a lot of times they end up feeling frustrated. They might start doubting themselves, can I really do this? And your website is such a really tiny part of your whole business that don't allow yourself to get stuck in that and caught up in it, because you don't need it done to be moving forward. So you really don't even, pulling my cord here. You really don't even need a website to actually get paying clients. And so I want you guys to know that. I do typically recommend that people have a website, because I think it's nice to look official with the website and to have a place where people can go and find out more information about you. So I do typically recommend that my clients create a website, because I think that through actually going through the process of creating your website, you gain a lot of clarity about who your ideal client is. You get to talk about your story. And it just helps you get a lot more clear before you start getting out there and getting clients as well. That's the only reason that I really recommend doing a website, but it isn't essential, and don't think that you have to have it done before you can get paying clients. Molly says she loves how simple her website is since I helped her work on it. Yeah, you don't need much on there. Like, you can keep it really, really simple. And I think simple's better, especially nowadays, because we're online, like we're getting emails all the time. We're on Facebook. Like, we have access to so much information that if people ever feel overwhelmed or like there's too much text, a lot of times people won't even read it and they'll just, skip and go somewhere else. So you want to keep it simple, straight to the point, like give people the most important information, and really keep the rest of the stuff off. So longer is not better. Keep it short, simple, sweet, straight to the point. That's what's going to really catch people's attention. And polished. Yeah, definitely polished. And just like clean, like I think clean lines, like easy to read. It really helps as far as people connecting with your website. So let me see, I had a list of a few other things. Don't get caught up in creating a logo. A lot of people get caught up in that too. Like, I need a logo before I can start my business. And you don't need a logo. Like, I don't even have a logo. Like, you never need a logo. If you really want one, like, sure, do one, but don't wait to get clients because you think you need a logo. You definitely don't. The other thing is you do not need a blog. So you don't need a blog on your website. Really what I teach people is how to market using social media. The thing is, if you create this blog on your website, nobody's seeing it unless you have a way to drive traffic to your blog. So you could spend all this time creating like all these fabulous blogs on your website and nobody is seeing it. So obviously that's a waste of a lot of time for you, a time and energy and effort. So don't do that. And let me think of what else. Yeah, really, your website isn't used as a marketing tool. So don't think that you have to spend a lot of money on it or get really caught up in making it perfect, because really what I teach people is how to market using social media. And like I said, unless you have a way that's driving traffic to your website, your people don't just like stumble across your website and happen to find it, or even find it like searching on Google and stuff. Like, that's just not the way that people are going to find you. So I think it's important to just keep that in mind. Really, the way that people are going to get to your website is from us sending them there from social media. So just an important thing to keep in mind, because it makes a difference in the whole plan of what you're doing and where your website comes in. So as I said before, like one of the reasons why I do really like having a website is because it can be a landing place for people to go and find out more information about you and like really connect with you and your story. It's a great place for you to really showcase your personality. So for a lot of us that are health coaches, we see websites where it's like the person standing there and they're really clean, nice kitchen, and they're, have the vegetables in front of them on the counter, and they're sitting there with their like green juice, like smiling, or in like a crazy yoga pose or something. And we think that that's what we have to have, or what our website needs to look like. And it doesn't. Okay. Like, you want your personality and who you actually are to shine through on your website, because that's how people are going to connect with you and know that you're the right person to work with. So people aren't necessarily looking for like that health coach that we think we have to look like to work with. So just allow your own personality to shine and be yourself in your photos and in your website. You don't have to like make it look like a certain way. So I think that's important to know. And really your story, I think, is a huge part of your website too. Like, I know whenever I'm interested in working with someone on anything, or like looking up someone, like I'm always interested in hearing their story and why they're doing what they're doing. So I think that's a really cool part of your website, that, really people don't necessarily get somewhere else. So to really be able to go and see your story and see who you are, because as a coach, like, we really are our brand. So Lisa's saying to speak your truth. Yeah, definitely. Always speak your truth. Like, that's what's going to connect with people. That's what's going to get you clients. It's when you try to be someone else, or try to be like who you think you should be and portray that on your website, that things end up getting weird. Like, you feel off, like things just aren't working. Because you need to be yourself. You need to speak how you would. You need to, let your personality shine. It's really huge. So I just want to go through like a few steps that I think are really helpful as far as when you're working on your website and you're trying to go through the process. So number one, and for any of you guys who are watching too, like, I know some of you guys have already gone through and done your website, but let me know if you found it was hard, like when you were doing your website, especially if you start looking at other people's websites, to like actually do your own thing, because you get so caught up in looking at what everyone else is doing. Like, that's a huge thing. So I think really limit how much you're looking at other people's websites and stuff, because it can be good to get a little inspiration and see some things that you like, but otherwise, like, you can just get like, oh my gosh, like, I have to, my website has to look like this. And, you just like, you lose yourself in that process and you lose your own personality and stuff. So, Amy saying I've been an inspiration. Oh, thank you, Amy. I love that. And I'm so glad you're here. Lisa, you gave me a mad face, or is that coming up about the snow? It's showing up on the video. So Lisa's saying when she talked about professional referral partners, happy to have a website for that purposes too. Yeah, it's nice to have a website to send people to it, like especially if you're talking to referrals, like other doctors and stuff too, so you can say, you can go and check out my website there. Like I said, it's nice because it makes you like legit, I would say. So even though you don't necessarily need one to get clients, like I always think it's a nice thing to have. Like, most people want some sort of a website. I would just say keep it super, super simple and don't spend like a ton of money or anything on it. So yeah, it's really good to have a basic one for those purposes. So I just want to give you some steps as far as what to go through when you're creating your website, because I find if you go through these steps in this order, it really helps. So number one, I feel like I say this all the time. You guys are like, oh my gosh, don't even tell me this again. But it's ideal client. So you have to know your ideal client, because this is what you create your website for. You create your website to speak to your ideal client. So if you don't know your ideal client yet, like, don't create your website. Like, get clear on your website before, or on your ideal client before you create your website. Because all of the text that we put on your website, we create to speak to your ideal client. So really, really important. I'll put my ideal client guide below this website, so you can click on that and fill it out if you want. It helps to help you get clear on ideal client. Otherwise, if you're stuck on ideal client and you really can't figure it out, reach out to me, like comment below, or send me a message and let me know, because I can help you with that. Like, it doesn't have to be super challenging. I help people with ideal client all the time. And it really helps you be able to move forward in your business. Actually just helped someone yesterday in my program that I'm doing that, she had been putting off doing ideal client for over a year. And she said, finally, like I pushed her to do it and we got clear on it. And she was like, oh my gosh, like, I feel so much better now. But she had so much resistance to it, and a lot of people do, because we're afraid that it's limiting who we can work with, which it kind of is, but it is in a good way, because it's making sure that you're going to be working with the people that you really want to be working with, and making sure that your message is going to really connect with people. So when you don't have an ideal client, it's like impossible to market, because you don't know what to write about. You don't know what to do content about. It's just really, really hard. So as soon as you know who that person is, you can start, creating content for that person. You can start making your website for that person. Everything is speaking directly to that person. So Amy says, I've helped her so much with ideal client and loving her business. Yeah, now, yes. Awesome. Like, Amy is rocking her business right now. She has a Facebook, since she's gotten clear her ideal client, we've been able to grow a Facebook group for her, build with her ideal client, which has been awesome. And she's getting so much engagement in there and posting awesome posts that really connect with their ideal clients. And truly, it like, I get so excited about it too, because the people that are getting in there, and I can see this, they're so excited to get that help and to be finding a place where they can be supported with these things. Like, I'm getting like almost teary-eyed, but both Amy and Molly, I was in your groups and I was just like, oh my gosh, it just like, it makes me so happy to see that these people are able to get support with these things that they like get so stuck with. Like, I'm gonna cry, like, but yeah, so I'm really excited about the work that you guys are doing. And you know, Lisa too, like, I know you've been through so much with your health journey, and you guys being able to support these people with this stuff, like, it's such a big deal. And for us to like hold ourselves back because we don't feel confident about the business, or we're afraid of what other people think about us, or like that type of thing, like, you're holding yourself back from helping these people that really need it and they're looking for it. So put it out there. Like, don't let that stuff hold you back. Like, there's people that really, really need this help. And when you're able to get specific about it and tell people who you help, like, it just makes a huge difference. So after you know your ideal client, then you can really get clear on your message, and making sure that your message is speaking to your ideal client. Because this is what you're going to be using on your website as well, like really speaking to your ideal client, making sure that all your copy really connects. Molly, thank you. But yeah, I was in your group last night. I was so impressed. So your message, so making sure that's on point throughout your website, because really you want your whole website to speak to your ideal client. So what pages do you need? So these are typically the pages that I recommend for your website. A home page, your about me page, your work with me page, and a contact page, or like a page where they can sign up for a free call with you. That's it. You can keep it simple. Like, that's all you need. And you really don't need more than that. If you want to add a blog on, you can, but like I said, you really don't need to do a blog. So then the other thing is you want to have some awesome like images of you. This does not mean you need to go out and do some like super expensive photo shoot where you get made up and you get your hair done. Like, I know you see some coaches that are like doing that. It is not necessary. I've had friends, take all my photos, people that were good with the camera, and just be yourself in your photos. But people want to see who you are. I think it's really important to have pictures of you on your website because, like I said, you are your brand. So you want to have those pictures so that people can see who you are and make that connection with you. I often think, like, just by seeing people, which is why I think videos are really great, or images, like we make a better connection with people than if you were just like reading something that they wrote. So I think that makes a big difference. And then you just want to make sure that throughout your website, you have some call to actions to sign up for a call with you, because that's really the action that you want people to be taking from your website. So you can have it on all of your pages or on different pages. Just, sign up for a free call with me, free consultation with me. And as long as your website is really speaking to your ideal clients, that can be good too. So, the thing is, like, still your website is not going to be the place where you're getting a bunch of people to probably sign up for calls with you. Like, it's probably going to be through social media. But you still want to have that call to action there. And then just really make sure that your website is highlighting, like I said, your personality. That's your brand, your personality, your interests. Obviously I like nature and stuff too, so you can see that in my pictures, my website. But that's the biggest thing. Like, don't feel like you need to pretend to be someone else. Just put yourself out there, and people will connect with you that way. So let me know if you guys have any other questions on website or anything that's come up for you, anything you're wondering about. But like I said, website, it doesn't have to be this big scary thing. It's just, one little tiny step in the whole process. But it's really nice to have one. Like, most people want to have a website. So, but those are the tips I have for you. It was, the 5 little steps to go through. But mostly knowing not to just like have it totally stress you out. So if you do find that you're getting stuck on your website and it's holding you back and you don't know what to put on your website, reach out to me. I'll put a link in the comments that you can sign up for a call with me. I'm always happy to help out where you guys are getting stuck. Like you said, you saw me before, like I was getting teary-eyed, but I'm seeing like how important it is for all of you guys to get out there and helping these people. There's more than enough people that are looking for your support. Like I promise you that. So don't think, oh my gosh, there's, not enough clients for me or too many health coaches out there. Like that's not a problem. So, it's really just about getting through all these little steps that are going to allow you to get out there in front of your clients. So that's all that I have for you guys today. If you watch the replay and have any questions too on website, reach out to me, let me know, comment below, let me know, hey, I'm getting stuck with this on my website, so we can get you moving forward. Don't let that hold you back. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Thank you, all of you guys that joined me. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to actually be able to speak to people. And so that makes it a lot more fun. So I am going to go and continue hibernating. Like I'm covered in a blanket because literally it's snowing and cold, which is not very nice. But I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Hopefully the weather is nicer by you. And I will talk to all you guys soon. Bye.